And I want us to start by listing down the effects of force on an object. Then we can now get back to the turning effect of a force. So we look at effects of force on a body. So what are some of these effects of force on a body? When you apply force on a body or an object, what are the effects? One of the effects is that force causes a stationary body move. So if you apply force, for example, on a stationary body like this pen here, if you apply force on it, it starts moving. So that's an effect of force. Number two, they can also stop or even slow down a moving object. For example, when one is driving and he or she applies brakes, it can lead to a stop or even it can lead to the slowing down of that vehicle. So we can say that force will also slow down. We can start with stops or slows down a moving object. That's another effect of force on a body. For example, when you are running and maybe there is an obstacle ahead of you, it will lead to slowing down. So it will act as a force. So it will slow down or even you can stop. You can end up stopping. So we can say that force also stops or slows down a moving object. Again, we can say that force can also increase the speed of a moving object. So if the object was moving at, let's say, 60 kilometers per hour, it can increase its speed. That is an application of force. So we can also say that it increases the speed of a moving object. Which is the other effect of force on an object? Number 4, we can also say that force can cause a change in the direction of a moving object. So we can say that it changes a moving object or a moving body. So force also changes the direction of a moving object. Again, if you apply force, let's say to plasticine, what we call the modeling clay, when you apply force on a plasticine, it is going to deform or the shape will change. And we can also say it's also an effect of force on a body. So we can say that it changes the shape of an object or it causes what we call deformation. So number 5, changes the shape of a body. That's another effect of force on a body. It changes the shape of an object or deforms the object. Now, we still have another effect of force on an object. Now, when you apply force on a door which is open and you apply force on it, it's going to close. When you apply force, maybe you want to wash your hands and you want to apply force on the tap, you turn the tap. So you apply force. And that force will cause now what we refer to as the turning effect. So we can say that another effect of force on a body is that it causes a turning effect. Causes a turning effect on a body. And now this effect number 6 is now the topic that we are talking about, the turning effect of a force. So it is one of the effects of force on an object, that a force can cause a turning effect. So this is what we'll be discussing as an effect of force. So these are the effects of force on a body, and one of the effects is that it causes a turning effect on a body, and this is the topic for discussion in book 2.